Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to the Coliseum here for another edition of Oakland Athletics Baseball. This is a special edition. This is opening day 2018 as the Oakland Athletics play host to the Los Angeles Angels, their AL West foe. But this is also a special matchup as a rematch of last year's 2017 American League Championship Series, where the Angels went on to win in 6 games, and then move on to the World Series, where they won that over the Washington Nationals to be World Series champions. The Angels lineup is as follows: left fielder Craig Gentry, followed by right fielder Cole Calhoun, center field Mike Trout, first base Mitch Moreland, DH CJ Cron, third base Luis Valbuena, shortstop Andrelton Simmons, catching is Carlos Perez, and rounding things out is the second baseman Johnny Giavotella. While on the mound for the Athletics is the ace Sonny Gray. The right-hander stands 5'11", 190, 28 years old entering this 2018 season. He was a dominant pitcher last year for this A's ball club, the right-hander out of Vanderbilt University. And here comes the former Athletic, Craig Gentry, digging into the batter's box for this Angels ball club to lead off their 2018 season. As Sonny Gray turns, kicks, and fires, and the first pitch is in there for a strike, so the 2018 season is underway. So here comes the 0-1 from Gray to Gentry. That swung on and grounded to third base, fielded by Solarte, fires across the diamond, and Gentry is retired for out number 1 to start off the season. That'll bring up the right fielder and Cole Calhoun. As Gray sets at the belt, turns, kicks, and fires. First pitch fouled off, changeup for strike 1. Count runs 1-2. Gray sets and delivers. That's going to be popped up into shallow left field. Solarte ranges back. He's just in the outfield grass. And he retires that for out number 2. So 2 down here in the top half of the first brings up the 3-hitter in Mike Trout from Millville, New Jersey. The Millville Meteors, they call them. He had a spectacular season last year for this the Angels ball club. As the first pitch to him misses the inside half for ball 1. Count runs 1-2. Gray turns and fires. And he whiffs through the slider. Gray gets him that goes down swinging. 1-2-3 inning for Sonny Gray to start off his season. No hits, no runs for the Angels halfway through 1. Welcome back to the Coliseum here for the bottom half of the first inning. The Athletics lineup is center fielder Burns, followed by third baseman Yangervis Solarte, DH Bautista, right fielder is Davis, first base is Pierce, left field Mason, catching is Vogt, second base is Fernandez, and rounding things out is the shortstop Franklin Barreto. While on the mound for the Angels is the left-hander Andrew Heaney, the former first round, 9th overall pick in 2012, while the Miami Marlins is now getting the nod here on opening day in 2018. And Heaney will start his season off against the right-handed bat of Billy Burns, hitting from the right-handed side of the plate, the switch-hitting Burns. As the first pitch to him is taken for ball 1, slider misses the outside half. Count runs 1-1. Heaney sets at the belt, turns, kicks, and fires. That's a ground ball to shortstop, fielded by Simmons, ranges to his left, whips across the diamond, and the scoop by Moreland at first base is enough to retire Burns. So 1 down here brings up Yangervis Solarte, the American League leader in batting average in the previous season. As here comes the first pitch, and that's taken for strike 1, nicks the bottom half of the strike zone, paints the black. So 1-2 count now to Solarte. As Heaney kicks and fires the 1-2, and that's whiffed through the changeup. He was way in front of that one. So Heaney picks up a strikeout as Solarte goes down swinging. So 2 outs brings up Jose Bautista, the 37-year-old DH, signed to a 1-year deal in the offseason, as the first pitch to him is taken for ball 1. So 1-0 count to Bautista. Here it comes from Heaney. That's swung on and popped up into foul territory behind home plate. Perez is under it. And they'll retire that for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for Gray and Heaney in the first inning. As at the end of 1, no hits, no runs for either team. Welcome back to the top half of the 5th inning here, as we are still tied up at 0 in the top half of the 5th, as Sonny Gray is on the mound facing Luis Valbuena. And the first pitch to him is fouled off for strike 1. So 1-2 count now. And Gray delivers. As that's going to be ripped out to right field. Davis goes back. That is off the top of the wall. It goes over Davis's head. Burns comes into field. He'll toss that one to the cutoff man. The throw to second is not in time, as Valbuena gets in just before the throw. With the slide, avoids the tag, and he's got himself a double. To lead off this inning brings up Andrelton Simmons, the super defensive shortstop, and here comes the 1-1. That's a ground ball up the middle, off of Gray's ankle. Fielded by Solarte, fires the first, but Simmons beats it out. So runners on the corners as everyone is safe. Let's see if Sonny Gray is okay. As he appears to be okay, he's just going to shake it off, and he'll stay on the mound. Here with runners on the corners, and the catcher Carlos Perez digging in with nobody out. Gray working from the stretch now. Here comes the first pitch. That's a ground ball to shortstop. Barreto flips Fernandez the first, as that's a tailor-made 6-4-3 double play to make 2 outs in the inning, but a run does come in. So 1-0 A's as they strike first, and here comes Giavotella. First pitch to Giavotella taken for ball 1. So the 1-0 count to him as Gray turns, kicks, and fires. That's popped up into foul territory, first base side. Pierce goes over towards the dugout and retires that for out number 3. So a run does come in for the Angels. So they have a 1-0 lead on 6 hits so far, halfway through 5. Welcome back to Oakland here for the top half of the 9th inning. Josh Fegley comes in to replace Stephen Vogt as a defensive substitution. Alex Torres, the left-hander, is on the mound for the Athletics to face C.J. Cron for the Angels as the first pitch to him is taken for strike 1. Torres has switched number 55 this season with the departure of Lincecum in the offseason. And here comes the 1-2. That's a ground ball to second base. Fernandez ranges to his left as he retires Cron there on the ground ball. And so 1 out as that brings up the third baseman Luis Valbuena, the former Astro, now Angel, as he digs in with a 1-1 count. Torres turns and fires. And that hits Valbuena on the shoulder blade. He'll take his base. Look out. So runner on first now with 1 out for the Angels. And that brings up shortstop Andrelton Simmons as the first pitch to him is taken for ball 1. So 1-0 count to Simmons as Torres sets at the chest. Here comes the pitch. That's a ground ball past Pierce into right field. Davis fields. He'll get that one into the cutoff man quickly, and Valbuena holds up at second. So runners on first and second here for the Angels, as the Athletics will bring right-hander Tyler Clippard out of the bullpen, the 33-year-old making his 2018 debut with the A's here on opening day. So the catcher Carlos Perez digs in now with runners on first and second, full count to him. The pitch from Clippard is taken for ball 4. It was a little bit looked like it could have been a strike, but they call that ball 4, so bases loaded, 1 out here for Johnny Giavotella. He digs in with a 1-2 count as Clippard sets at the chest. Working from the stretch, here comes the pitch. That's going to be driven out the left field, caught by Andino. He catches that one, fires into the cutoff man, runner tags up, and Valbuena scores. It's a sac fly RBI for Johnny Giavotella, as runners also hold up at first and second, so 2 outs here, first and second, 2-0 Angels lead. And that brings up Craig Gentry. And the first pitch to him is whiffed through. Strike 1. So 1 count to Gentry here as Clippard sets and fires. That's a line drive over the head of Fernandez into right center field. Burns has trouble with it in right center. 1 run comes in. The second runner's at third base. He's going to head for home as well. The throw to the plate is not in time, as 2 runs get in for the Angels, as that makes it a 2 RBI double for Craig Gentry, and now Liam Hendricks, the Aussie, will come in for the Athletics to replace Tyler Clippard, as the Angels have blown this one wide open. It's 4-0 as it brings in Cole Calhoun, and the first pitch to him is taken for strike 1. 1-1 count now. Hendricks sets and fires. That's a ground ball, and it's just barely fair. Andino fields down the line. Gentry is going to score with these as the throw comes into the cutoff man, and Cole Calhoun makes this one a 5-0 Angels lead, as they have blown this one wide open in the top half of the 9th. As here's Mike Trout, and the first pitch to him is taken for ball 1. So 1-0 count to Mike Trout, as Hendricks sets at the belt. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be lined out to right field. Davis is there. He'll retire that for out number 3, but not before for the Angels strike for 4 more in this inning to make it a 5-0 Angels lead. 12 hits for the Angels, 3 for the Athletics, 5-0 Angels here halfway through 9. And here we are back in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Matt Olson pinch hitting for the shortstop Franklin Barreto to lead off this bottom half of the 9th against Mark Melancon. As it's not a save opportunity, so Chapman is not in the ballgame, and he was required in the offseason role as Chapman. Instead, we're facing Mark Melancon, so 3-2 count. Here it comes. As that's ball 4, does not nick that outside corner, so Olson draws a walk here to lead off the inning. So he's on first, brings up Billy Burns, 0 for 3 on the day. As Melancon sets at the bell, here comes the pitch. Burns lays down a bunt down the third baseline, fielded by Valbuena, fires the first, and Burns gets it the single. He chugs on down the line, picks up an infield single, so first and second here with nobody out for Yangervis Solarte, who's 0 for 3 so far in the day. Not a good start for his 2018 campaign. 2-1 count to him. Here comes the pitch. As that's swung on the inside pitch, infield fly roll over to third base. Solarte is retired for the 4th time this game, and runners hold up at first and second. So 1 out now as Jose Bautista digs in. First pitch to him is taken for strike 1 on the outside half. 0-2 count now to Bautista. Here comes the pitch. As that's whiffed through the cutter, big swing, chases the trailing away cutter, and Melancon now has 2 outs with runners on first and second for Chris Davis, who is also 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout in his previous at-bat, and he digs in with a 1-0 count. The pitch is going to be popped up to shallow left field. Simmons ranges back. He's few steps into the grass as he retires that for out number 3, as that is your ball game. That is how the cookie crumbles here on opening day in 2018 as the Los Angeles Angels, your defending World Series champions, will come away with the victory here, 5-0 as they shut out the Oakland Athletics at home. Andrew Heaney picks up player of the game honors for the Angels. He went 6 1/3, only gave up 2 hits and struck out 5, no walks as well. He's now 1-0. Melancon picks up a save. Craig Gentry went 3 for 5 on the day with a double and an RBI. Valbuena 1 for 3 with a double. Simmons went 3 for 4 and Cole Calhoun went 2 for 5. The only people on the Athletics with hits were Jose Bautista went 2 for 4 and Stephen Vogt went 1 for 3 as Sonny Gray gets the loss here on opening day, despite pitching solid through 7 1/3. As with that being said, that's going to wrap things up here for this edition of Oakland Athletics Baseball. I have been your host, Jersey Born, and I'm saying goodbye.
And the long halls and the gray walls are gonna split apart. Believe it or not, this life after high school. Hey, dude, the father got a bad reputation.